What's up, guys? Welcome back to This Just In. Thank you for joining me today. In this video, we're going to take a quick look at the 5X portfolio, see how that's doing today, and then I'm going to give you the best penny stocks to buy now for huge gains in 2021. So stick around. I think you're going to like what I got for you today. Alright guys, so first things first, this video is for educational purposes only. I am obviously not a licensed stockbroker. You should always do your own due diligence and your own research. I am buying these stocks, I do own these stocks, but at the end of the day, go check them out, research them on your own. It'll help you out a ton. Before we get started, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you can stay up to date. I post a new video every day the market's open, where we're monitoring the high growth portfolio, also checking out stocks that I think will do very well moving forward, so you don't want to miss that. Then also like the video. If you find value in it, it really helps me out a ton. When you like it, it helps the YouTube algorithm get the video out to more people and helps me grow the channel, so I really appreciate that. There's a link down in the description to my Patreon account. I've had a ton of people, messaging me, asking me questions, talking to me about stocks. I love it. I love helping you guys. But if you come over there, you'll have access to the private Discord where we can chat all day. You'll also have links to all of my different portfolios so you can see exactly what I invest into. And then also I will let you know every time I buy or sell a stock up to the minute I do it, so you can follow along and see what I'm doing, as well. So there's also a link down there to Webull. Set up an account, deposit $100. They'll give you 2 free stocks anywhere from $10 all the way up to $1,800. So you get a chance to get some free money, and then I also get a stock as well. Helps me support the channel. Really appreciate it. So let's jump in today. We're going to take a look at the 5X portfolio, and then we're also going to look at the penny stocks that I think are going to do very well moving forward. Everybody looks at penny stocks differently. Some people say they're under $5. Some people say they're literally under $1. The way I classify a penny stock is anything with a market cap of under $1 billion, or has recently been under $1 billion within the last weeks or months. There's companies out there that are multi-billion-dollar companies that have share prices of under $10 all the time. So the share price doesn't mean a lot to me. It's more so the overall market cap. When you've got companies that are under $1 billion market cap or recently were under $1 billion market cap, they're very volatile. Again, very risky. So make sure you research these companies. Don't just buy them blindly. Again, I am buying them, but at the end of the day, do your research. So let's jump right in. Let's check out the Fidelity portfolio and let's jump into those penny stocks. All right, so here is the Fidelity 5X portfolio. As of right now, we are currently sitting at a total portfolio gain of 33.8%, doing very well for the year of 2021. We are currently sitting at about $3,200 in the total portfolio. If you remember, my goal is to 5X it, get it to 10,000 by the end of 2021. We currently have a gain of around $800. We've got about 2,400 is what we started with. There is some stocks in here that are doing very well, but like I said, I am going to trim it up, get it down to around like 20 stocks. There is some ones in here that are underperforming that I think we can, shift around and get into something that's a little bit more risky. I almost feel like we have to get into something a little bit more risky if I'm going to hit that target of 5X. But this portfolio will be over at the Patreon, so you can come over, monitor it, in real time and see how it's doing. As you can see, we've got some ones in here underperforming. I might wait on Lightning E-Motors a little bit before I transition it to see if I can get a pop out of it, but it is a little bit, past my rule of around 10 to 12% where I usually cut them. But you'll, if you're at the Patreon, you will see every time I buy or sell a stock, so you'll know when I do that. But yeah, we'll check out this one by the end of the week. Hopefully we're up over $1,000 in gains and, on track to hit our goal. So, all right, so the first penny stock we're going to look at today is ALPP. That is Alpine 4 Technologies. This is a very cool company. It's a holdings company that actually owns like a sheet metal company, an automotive company. But what really piques my interest is their 2 drone manufacturing companies. They've got like a retail drone company and a commercial drone company. Their drone companies are on track to be the largest in the US. There was a company called DJI. It was a Chinese drone company. They were the largest in the world. They actually got blacklisted and taken off of the US stock exchange because their involvement with the Chinese government. These guys have just had a catalyst on their automotive company where they had patent approval on one of their braking systems, so that's good for the company. But they are actually about to have a world record in the longest unmanned drone delivery flight, like the longest distance in history. So that's a huge catalyst. I think with how the drone company or drone industry is exploding in America, it's going to put these guys into position to do very well moving forward. They just recently applied to be listed on the NASDAQ. As of right now, they are an over-the-counter type company, which means they aren't even on those brokerages like Webull or Robinhood. And so, none of those retail investors can even buy this stock yet. Once they get listed on the NASDAQ, that opens up the floodgates for all of these retail investors that are waiting to get their hands on this stock, which I think will propel this stock much, much higher. Like I said, the drone industry and the drone company part of the business is really what I like. They just recently did a stock offering. That's why you see this big sell-off here, which is actually really good because then it brings the stock down and gives it to you at a little bit of a discount. I think $7 for this stock is very good price, especially with the upcoming catalyst. They're also approaching a $500 million market cap. For those of you that don't know, 500 million is when institutional investors will start noticing the stock and start looking at the stock. Once institutional investors start seeing the stock, that's huge. There's rumors that ARK Invest will actually add this to their technology ETF. If they do that, that will propel this stock up. Anytime ARK buys anything, people love it. The stock just runs up. Same thing with a lot of the other tech companies that they have bought in the past. So a lot of great things coming for this company. The drone industry is just getting bigger and bigger. I love how they acquire these smaller companies in disruptive industries and are really trying to be on the forefront of innovation in drones and things like that. So definitely put this one on your radar. I will put a price target on this stock of at least $20 by the end of 2021, if not, middle 2022. Great company. I think it'll do really well moving forward. So next one we're going to take a look at is Nano Dimensions, ticker symbol NNDM. This company is one of my favorites. This is actually a 3D printed circuit board company. So they have developed a machine that companies can bring in-house that they can 3D print circuit boards, processors, microchips, things like that. That is absolutely huge for revolutionizing the AI, the robotics, really the technology industry as a whole. Because if you think about it, a lot of these companies can now bring prototyping, manufacturing, distributing in-house instead of having to send their prototypes or their designs out to these other companies, wait months to get them back, have a chance of getting their designs stolen. The 3D printing industry as a whole is massive, multi-billion-dollar industry in the U.S. and the world. I want to say like 90-something% of all hearing aids are 3D printed nowadays. And so, that's great for the industry as a whole, but these guys are really hitting the niche of 3D printed microchips. Now, when a company brings that machine in-house, it creates a reoccurring revenue model for Nano Dimensions, which is obviously good for, revenue and price action in the future, because then they've got to rebuy the ink every time they run out to continuously print the microchips. I really think that this will revolutionize the way that technology companies manufacture, how they produce stuff, because they can start to really innovate and bring stuff inside and try more and more designs without having to build something, send it out, wait to get it back. They can just sit there and do it over and over. So like I said, Nano Dimensions is a cool company. I've owned it for a while. As you can see here, it's had really nice steady growth. As far as technical goes, it's bouncing off the 20-day, EMA, which a lot of penny stocks do. They kind of use it as a catch net, and then it's creating this ascending triangle pattern, which we've talked about before. You know that I love that pattern. It's a really bullish pattern. I think that this company has a lot of growth potential moving forward. Kathy Wood over at ARK Invest also bought this stock. She has it in their ETF. Anytime Kathy Wood touches anything, it explodes, like I just said. So definitely keep your eye on this company. I think that this is a price target of around $30 by the end of 2021. If they continue to come out with good news and continue to develop their technology. So check this one out. The last one we're going to take a look at today is BNGO, Bio Nanogenomics. I like this company. Anytime I can invest in something that is making the world a better place, I like to do that. That's why I invest in a lot of EV companies, solar companies, green energy companies. This, on the other hand, though, is a genomics company. They do genome mapping, cancer research. They developed a technology called Sapphire back in December. They had positive clinical results on their clinical trials, which propelled this stock up dramatically. I mean, look at this, just huge growth in the last month and a half, 2 months. That technology of Sapphire is one of a kind. No other companies have that technology. It is helping clinicians diagnose. It scans the mass of tumors and things like that to, help with leukemia, Lou Gehrig's disease, ASL, a lot of these other, really horrible diseases that have just destroyed people's lives for, a long time. And like I said, anytime I can invest in a company that's helping people with that, I love to do that. They've also got another side of their business that focuses on autism, which is also a very cool part of their company that's doing really well as well. So I feel like this company comes out with good news on like a weekly basis. And so definitely check out that Sapphire technology. Anytime you're the first of your kind in an industry to create a software like that, it puts you in a position to have huge, gains and, really blaze a trail for, the industry as a whole. Genomics is a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's going to continue to get bigger and bigger. They are really in preventative treatment, trying to prevent these diseases and catch them before they get there, diagnose them earlier on. They've actually been helping with a lot of the COVID virus as well, trying to find people that have more adverse effects to the virus, which is huge. And so I really like this company, especially now that Vanguard, a big institutional investor, has increased their position in BNGO. They recently had 5.5 million shares. Now they have upwards of 7.1 million shares. Vanguard obviously has a lot of analysts that do a lot of research, that know a lot about investing. And so they obviously see something that others don't, or they see this company with a lot of appreciation in the future because 7.1 million shares is a lot of shares, and so they obviously think this company is going to go up in value. I like it as well. I think it will continue to do well. Currently sitting at about a $15 price action. I think that in the future it should have no problem getting up and being around the $20 mark, $25 mark by the end of 2021. So watch this one. I'm probably going to end up adding more shares. It had a huge pop on Friday of 17% and then another 2% in after hours. And it's up again already today, another like 7%. So it's doing very well already. And the week just started, the market just opened. So I think these are the three best penny stocks to get huge gains moving into 2021. So definitely go put these on your research or on your radar and do your research on them. But that's it for today. I wanted to keep the video pretty short. Put down in the comments if you have any take on these companies, or if there's any penny stocks that you are buying that you like or doing well. Obviously, I can't cover all the penny stocks. These are just the three that I think are doing very well and I like to buy. But yeah, come join me at the Patreon. I'd love to talk with you over there. I love talking stocks. If you have any, questions, come ask me. I'd love to help you. But that's it. Let's get out there. Let's make some money. I want to go buy and sell some stocks. The market's open. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.